Dirt balcony. Alright. There should be no. It feels a bit too quiet. We should. I felt like there should be a little bit of ambience for this stream, but I not sure. I wasn't sure what kind. Is there like VHS ambient? What kind of ambience would suit this? Oh, hello, even. Hello. Hi. Welcome. This is a idea I had on a whim, so it might be a little scuffed. Yeah, it's too quiet. We need some like vaporwave type music. That's what we need. Oh, that's well, the volume is kind of low because it's ASMR. It's kinda how ASMR mic works. I can increase the gain a tad though, but not by much. This doesn't really work though. Okay, I don't want like music, I want sounds. What's a VHS sound? I guess we'll just do rain. I think rain is fine. How's the rain? Is the rain sounds okay? Is it too loud? Also, I'd like to give you a 1973 Hine. There you go. I rated her the other day. Rain sounds great? Okay, good. Yeah. This was like completely on a whim. The other cause I found out about this app called Shushed. It's an app that you use. It's like it's like a plugin you can use for OBS to do like cool effects like this cool VHS effect that I have here. Yee. Actually, feels a bit like. Oh, yeah. There we go. So it's pretty VHS-y. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about the background noise. But yeah. And so like while I was doing it, I had the idea for like a cursed VHS tape ASMR. Yeah, I like the idea of like a cursed VHS tape ASMR. So I mean I guess you can like think of the background noises as part of it if you want to. Yeah. Is there anything else I wanted to do? Housekeeping. Oh yes, if you want to suggest a trigger, you have to do the menu. Yes. And then it should... I misspelled menu. There. Oh, I should put it up. And let me get the channel points. Also, I like didn't say hi to anybody. I'm so rude. Hello, radio. Hello. Hello, Hime. Hello, Derp. I'm so sorry. So rude. Yeah. Yeah, so now you can like if you type plus menu you can see the list. I thought that would make everything less cluttered. Yeah. Try to like make sure my whole like overlay isn't like a visually um isn't a visually cluttered or visually overwhelming. So yeah. The noise suppression isn't suppressing. So that's a bit of a problem. I guess I'll just close the window. There we go. It's okay if it gets a little hot in here. That should do it for everything. Okay. I don't know how long these roleplay type streams will be. Probably not as long as like a regular ASMR stream, but it's okay. But that's okay. You know what? It would have been a lot easier to just like start it instead of the preamble, but that's okay. That's fine. We're okay. Alright, enough stalling. Good evening, and welcome to Quello Amai's ASMR Sleep Aid tape. ASMR stands for Autonomous Sensory meridian response. It's a pleasant tingling sensation that some people experience when exposed to certain audio or visual stimuli. Many people report feeling relaxed when listening to ASMR content, which makes it a perfect way to reduce stress and help with insomnia. During the course of this video, I will use various triggers to help you relax. For the best experience, use headphones. If you hear any strange sounds,
thank you for subscribing.
or experience any physical sensations, other than the pleasant tingling sensation we mentioned, please pay no mind. You're simply so relaxed that you're beginning to fall asleep, and your dreams and reality are blending together. This is perfectly normal, so don't panic and continue listening to the tape. It is extremely important that you listen to the tape from beginning to end and do not stop halfway through. So, whatever happens, make sure you do not turn off the video. How many days do you have? It's recommended that one listens to Koala's ASMR VHS tapes every night before bed. Discontinuing use abruptly can lead to very, very adverse side effects. Discontinuing. Wait, I lost my. Yes. Discontinuing use of the tape can lead to very adverse side effects, and such is not, and is thus not recommended. Furthermore, Pack Rabbit Incorporated is not responsible for any physical, emotional, or psychological harm that may come with listening with this tape. Not that such a thing would happen to begin with, but if it did, you're on your own. I think we can start with the soft breathing. This is a really interesting. Subway surfers, huh? Like, those videos. those like, text-to-speech Reddit readings. And it's like, someone like building a Minecraft, they're just doing, or like a hydraulic press. A million subs and we do hydraulic press ASMR. Now, with all of the important disclaimers out of the way, let's start with our first trigger. Let's start with our first trigger. Well, it's probably not targeted at kids now, is it? Probably. There are people who like to collect old media. Now then, let's start with some deep breaths. Wait, no. Now then, with all of our disclaimers out of the way, let's start with our first triggers. Let's start the timer. Mr. Manager. Oh, yeah, yeah. Welcome. I. Let me. I need to make sure my throat isn't like get all fucked up because I have been doing a lot of recording the past couple days, so my throat might. So yeah. try not to push myself, but I should be fine if I remember to like drink water and stuff. But welcome. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm fine. Yes, yeah, I'm fine. I just need to make sure I'm drinking enough water and stuff. But yeah, that's why this stream won't be like super long. You know, maybe like a couple of like at least an hour, but not like super long, like usual. Yeah, and I did rest quite a bit yesterday because yesterday was my day off. Okay, back to as Maring. You weren't thinking about turning the TV off just now, were you? That would have been a very bad idea. Like I said at the beginning, it's very important that you listen to the tape in its entirety from beginning to end. Failure to do so would result in, may result in bodily harm that Backrabbit Inc. would not be responsible for, as you would be the one that used the product incorrectly. For your safety and for peak relaxation, for peak relaxation, please listen to the recording in its entirety. I'd rather not have to ask you again. This is a pre-recorded program, so there is no signal. If at any point during your listening of the program it seems as though I am responding to anything that you're saying, I assure you that's not the case. That simply means that this recording is doing its job and you're beginning to relax and fall asleep, and thus are having a hard distinction separating your dreams from reality. But that's all that is. It would absolutely be impossible for me to talk directly to you or to respond to anything you say. I'm not quite sure who this Amanda person is. My name is Koala. So just sit back and enjoy the broadcast radio. This is a pre-recorded broadcast that was recorded with several names in mind. Several thousand names in mind, in fact. So if at any point it appears as though I am speaking directly to you and even calling you by name, once again that is not possible. Chalk it up to merely a coincidence. It could also be an auditory hallucination, which is actually completely normal, so don't worry about that either. And there's no reason to cry. This recording was created with the express This recording was created with the express This recording was created with the full intent for helping you relax. Mhm. There's nothing scary about that, now is there? Yeah, I thought so. Exactly, yes, this is pre-recorded, so if... Mm, this is pre-recorded, so if there's any times I, trip over my words or certain dubbing and audio issues, that is simply a fault of post-production. As this is a tape. Hello, Chris. Welcome to Koala's ASMR. Koala's ASMR sleep aid tape. I want you guys to know is staying in character is quite difficult. I want you guys to know that, and you guys aren't making it any easier. So there, you're making my job a lot harder than it needs to be. I don't really care if you listen or not. It's up to you. It's whatever. You know, this room is getting a tad bit stuffy. I think it's time for a change of pace. Yeah. Hmm. Very different. Mm-hmm. Hospitals can be cozy as well, can't they? Now then, why don't you relax and we can check your vitals. sure if this is a role play, but this is a completely normal ASMR recording created to bring you relaxation and a good night's sleep. Remember, you need to watch the entirety of the recording from start to finish. Don't even think about hitting fast forward. Just relax. Yeah, you guys are making it a lot harder than it needs to be. Honestly, yandere roleplay or any of the type with you guys is super difficult. Cause you guys are always saying silly shit and it makes me wanna laugh. And I can't tell you to stop being silly. That goes against everything that I stand for. If I told you to stop being silly, so you can keep being silly. What would you say if you're watching VHS with an anime bunny character and you can tell that like something's really weird? There's something weird about this VHS tape. I feel someone's weird. I don't know, what would you say? You feel relaxed. Do you really mean that? That's very good. If you're feeling relaxed, then make sure to continue to listen to the recording. If you have a headache and you'd rather not talk, that's okay. Sleep well, Mr. Manager. theater to play Koala Omai's recordings would be quite interesting. Perhaps if we sell enough VHS tapes, such a dream will be able to come true. Production for a feature length would be quite interesting, wouldn't it? You can do your part by not turning off the recording. This is a pre-recorded. This is a pre-recorded session. Once again, if it feels like I'm talking directly to you, or have information on specific events that are happening in real time, that is absolutely impossible. It was simply recorded ahead of time and happens to line up with what was happening. Just a coincidence. Don't think too hard about it. Legendary.
Yes, hi, hello.
Nicholas Cage, 45. Thank you for becoming a back rabbit. Yes, everybody who purchases a copy of Koala Omai's ASMR sleep aid tapes becomes a pack rabbit. Becoming a pack rabbit comes with all kinds of special perks, such as access to new Koala Omai's ASMR tapes for relaxation and sleep. Now, every so often, I like to thank people who have become pack rabbits. But, once again, this is pre-recorded. So, if it seems like I've said your name, don't read too hard into it. The world is full of all kinds of strange coincidences after all. I wouldn't think too hardly about it. Just completely random names. I took extra care to record hundreds of thousands of names and said them at random intervals throughout this recording. I thought it would make things a little bit more interesting. And if you're lucky enough to have your name read out loud, radio, doesn't that feel so interesting and fun? I think so too. seriously now. You need to think logically. What are the odds of me saying your name once, or even twice, or 3 times? And what are the odds of me saying your name and happening to match with what you've just said? That's absolutely ludicrous. Which nurse Komugi? That seems interesting. Can't say that's something I've seen before. Oop, 1 second. I forgot my, I always forget something. I forgot my, ear cleaning stuff. Hang on. Should be in the drawer. There we go. This friend recommended it after you finish Full Metal. Well, if it's similar to Full Metal Alchemist, I'll definitely give it a try. That's one of my favorite series. Okay. Okay. Since Alright. Since we're in the hospital, why don't we have your ears checked? About 20 minutes per ear. Now, while ear cleaning is a popular trigger for ASMR, it is important that one remembers that it's quite unsafe to clean one's ears like this. And having someone else do it for you wouldn't be that much safer. Who knows? A particularly heavy-handed person might accidentally poke your brain. sensations that you feel in the real world are completely not real. Don't worry about them. Don't think about them. And just enjoy the audio. Hang on, I'll be right back. I actually forgot something. Hang Apologies for the technical difficulties. Yeah, where were I? Music was loud compared to the VHS. There must be some audio mixing errors. Those happen from time to time. Frozen Flipper, thank In the days of VHS, things like that were more likely to slip through the cracks every once in a while. It's okay. It happens. I wouldn't worry about it. But you know, despite the limited resources of this time period, this was recorded to be as interactive as possible. The calling names every once in a while is part of that. Now, it's not perfect, but I think it works. And if you're lucky, I'm sure you've heard your name a couple of times. Isn't that something? Hold still. I forgot to close my door. Hang on. You mean the door opening? I can say, like I said, oh, you know what? I'm so forgetful. I didn't read out all of the disclaimers before we started. Let me do that now. Obviously, you already know. Number 1, Pack Rabbit Inc. is not responsible for any physical, emotional, or psychological harm that might result from listening to this audio. Number 2, this audio is completely pre-recorded. If at any time it seems like your name is being called, or that I am speaking directly to you, that is not the case. is moving in an unsettling way. What might look like a person hiding in the gap between the door and the wall. None of that is real, so don't worry. Number 4, if you feel any point, you feel anything that is different than the pleasant tingling sensation that ASMR is meant to elicit. Once again, don't worry. All of that. Let's see if you see or hear or feel anything odd. That just means that this tape is doing its intended purpose and is helping you relax and start to fall asleep. And the type of sleep your body is preparing to experience is a little bit different than the regular kinds of sleep that you may have had before. This sleep is going to be far deeper and far more restful. Although, whilst your brain is getting ready to fully embrace this absolutely wonderful, deep, restful sleep, your dreams might kind of get a bit lost and weave their way into your peripherals and they'll wander out of your subconscious, you could say. Don't be alarmed. That just means that you're relaxed. So I wouldn't worry. And of course, finally, make sure you listen. You listen to this recording all the way to the end. Your safety is not guaranteed. Should you stop partway through, that might lead to very, very adverse side effects. And background ink is not responsible for any side effects that might occur from improper use of our products. Thank you for your understanding. Now, relax. case anime bunny that can't respond because it's pre-recorded. Gotta go, but thanks for the stream. Deal with the consequences of not finishing the tape. Well, if you absolutely must go radio, that's okay. But that's okay. If you're still alive, I would love to see you again. Take care. Okay. No, not interactive at all. All pre-recorded. You could say that everything that you hear is predestined. I'm gonna drink a little bit of water now. Hello, Angel. I'm doing something a little different today. I hope you guys don't mind me like going back and forth from like being in character and like not being in character. I hope that's a bit tolerable. Yes. Okay. Welcome, Deamao. Now, I would say that I am winning. I'm winning because you're listening to me.
Yes, hi, hello.
Lapin Sandwich, thank you for becoming a pack rabbit. Taxes are scary. It's a good thing I'm not trying to be scary at all today. somewhere.
reading water before. Do you perhaps mean ice? How are you tonight? I hope you're having a good night, enjoying Kuala Lumpur's ASMR tape. Although, even though it's a pre-recorded tape, and I can't talk to you directly, even if it seems like that from time to time, I do hope you're having a good day today. And if you're not, well, you can just relax. Just relax and let today's stress wash away. dingy, but it's a little cozy too. I think this'll do nicely. Is it okay if I'm out of character for a little bit? Let me see. There were a couple of triggers that I wanted to do before the end of the stream. Yeah, I wanted to do like some glass tapping and oh, actually, if we're gonna do glass tapping, I think a better background would be this one. Yeah, much better. Yeah, I'll do that for like because I want to stream for like 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours. So yeah, so I'll keep doing that. And if anyone has any like triggers that they would like, obviously you can request them at any point. But yeah, I think I'll like just talk for like 20 or so minutes before we continue. Actually, mhm, yeah. Not yet. Mm. Okay. Anyway, as I was saying, I want to do more roleplay streams like this. I think it's really fun. And now that I have this cool little app, I think we can do more stuff like that. It might also be good for videos. I think videos also works too. Yeah. 1 second. do more interesting VTuber stuff, and I can't really do much as of now, but I want to try. Headache gone, took something for it. That's good. That's good. I am glad. Like different things to spice it up. I do too. I think it's fun. I like being creative. I became a VTuber to be creative. Probably. Uh, yeah, I became a VTuber to be creative and do creative things. I have a lot of I have an idea of like yes, creativity is fun. I have an idea of like a series of streams I want to do, and is like a story, and like basically the story. I'm still fleshing it out. I'm still workshopping it, but essentially the story is there's an angel and there's an angel and a devil, all right. And here's the thing: they are two separate beings, but they share one body, and they switch between who's in control at one point, and the entire their arc is essentially them learning to accept this situation that they're in and coexist as one entity. Yes, I think that would be kind of fun. I'm not sure how I'll do it in like a stream format though, but I think it'd be pretty interesting. Um, and if you're wondering, yes, it is inspired by Hachima, Hakai Hato from Hololive. She kind of did something similar to that, in that there's a Kai Hato, which is like the the cute regular girl, and then there's like Hachima, like the unhinged uh part of her, and she kind of made like kind of like an arc of streams and videos in which Akai Hato and Hachima are fighting each other. And it ends with them merging into one. I thought that was a yes. I thought that was such a fun and cool idea. I thought that was very unique. Um, I
I thought it was very unique. I thought that was very creative. And she used the limitations of her situation to her advantage. Because I believe at the time she wasn't living in Japan and she had really bad internet. So she kind of relied on making videos, and so she used videos to do that. And so like when I think of that, I think like you can always find there can always be a workaround to do something cool. You just have to be creative. You just have to think. And and that's what I've been workshopping. I think Hachima has to be probably one of my favorite. Well, I have many favorite members of Hololive. They're like my favorites for different reasons, you know. You know, in idol culture, having more than one Oshi is a little bit frowned upon. Well, like not really. It's like not like frowned upon. It's more like frowned upon if like you can't really pick a favorite and you like everybody, or you're like what is it? I think it's Daimoski. I like everybody. Um, that that's kind of frowned upon. That's lame. That's which I kind of understand, because if someone asks you who's your favorite in this girl group and you're like, oh, I like them all, that's such a cop out answer. What do you mean? He's like, yeah, but like, who's your favorite? It's like, they're all great. I like them all. It's like, no. I mean, it's fine to have like, from my understanding, it's like, yeah, you can have like Oshis from like different groups, and then there's like your Kami Oshi, who's like your number one favorite, like your number one favorite. It's also something I've noticed. I learned recently. What was it? What was it called? It was like oh, I think my Aussie has to be Cece. I love Cece too. She's fun. What was that term that I learned? Oshi fatigue, which is essentially when you get tired of your Oshi. It can be for a bunch of reasons. It can be like you're tired of like spending money for like events or for merch. You're tired of, you know, or maybe like there's like a lot of fandom drama, like people in the community are like always causing trouble, and that can make you kind of tired. Or maybe your Oshi is like getting into a lot of drama and you're always like defending them, and that gets really tiring, you know, all of that. And that all of that, you know, so that and like a mixture of factors can lead to someone becoming tired of their Oshi. Yeah. It could also just be like you're just like tired of them, and that the fact that like, I don't know, maybe like they're putting out so much content that it's just overwhelming. Like here's there's streams and there's videos and there's this and there's that, and it's just like there's just too much. I'm tired of her. You know. And yeah, it can
it can lead to, like, I don't know, people switching to a different Oshi, or people like pretty much just dropping the hobby altogether and doing something else. Um, and then there's like, there are people who kind of look down on it. Like the CSS effect reminds me of the good old times. Yeah, it's actually a roleplay stream. I'm just out of character for a little bit. Kind of rest my voice a bit. Hello, Jay. Yeah, there's like people, and like people say like don't. They basically, it translates to like, don't look to the side, look at your Oshi. So it's basically saying like don't get caught up in all this bullshit. Just focus on them. Um just focus on them, and maybe don't get too into the drama or like the scandals. Don't pry into things that you don't need to pry into. Yeah, but like I thought it was very interesting because fandom fatigue is something that people in the West do talk about. That like they might be really into a certain type of fandom. Maybe it's a particular celebrity or show or movie or whatever. But factors such as people being weird or like drama and stuff, or just can suck the fun out of it, and then they get tired of it. I think it's very interesting to know that a similar phenomenon happens in Japan as well. Yeah, but obviously, you guys would never get tired of koala, right? You guys could never ever get tired of koala. Koala fatigue doesn't exist here, right? Right? Oh no, co-fandom kind of toxic. What do you mean? What do you mean the koala fandom is toxic? It's not. It's you. No. Yeah, Teddy's toxic. Yeah, Teddy's pretty toxic. Not gonna fucking lie. If been eating your fans and pretending to be them your entire career, yeah. Is that why you're so chubby? Is it because you ate all those people? It's because of the taco. Well, that'll do that. I'll do it too. Okay. I do need to shower before my parents turn the water off. That's a whole thing. Yeah, I know. Teddy eats Taco Bell like he can breathe. Like he needs Taco Bell like to breathe. Is it freezing or something? No. No, the thing is just broken. So the solution my parents have is to just turn it off when we're not using. Yeah.
instead of like getting it fixed, but that's fine.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. No, they're not gonna do that, unfortunately. So yeah, um, so yeah, I'll do like a little bit. Oh, thanks for the hydrate. I'll do, I'll stay for just a little bit longer. Um, and then yeah, I gotta go because I need a shower before they turn it off. Alright. I think we'll we'll do some glass tapping, tappies, and then some ear cupping, and we'll call it a night. How does that sound? Where's my peace? Okay. Excuse the intermission there. The program is almost finished, so please sit tight. Soon you'll be able to fall asleep. I almost knocked my mic over again. You stop being so clumsy. Hello, laughing stock. Welcome. Once again, this is a pre-recorded VHS tape. So if it seems like I'm talking to you directly, I am not. Sorry you're late. You're watching Hellboy 2. No need to apologize. You can always listen to the tape another time. No, I don't think so. This tape is not meant to diagnose or treat any illnesses. Right, Teddy? Right. Yes, happy Friday. Or whatever day you happen to be listening to this on. But if it's coincidentally Friday, that's pretty cool, isn't it? The world is full of all kinds of weird coincidences, isn't it? watching koala. That makes me very happy. I'm glad that you're here too. I'm very happy that of all the niche VHS tapes that are certifiably not cursed and have no ghosts in them, you chose this one. Thanks to your purchase, surely we'll be able to produce even more higher quality tapes in Koala's ASMR series. Truly something to be happy about, I would say. Glad I made it here. It's nice to be listening on a cool night. Yes. Yes. ASMR is best to. It is best to listen to ASMR at night as it is made for relaxation. And this is the sleep aid series. Hopefully, my wish is that this recording brings you comfort in the cozy time. I also wish. Oh, let's not worry about that. But if, say, hypothetically, if you continued to listen to this, your soul ended up bound to this VHS tape, I don't think you would. I don't think you would mind, right? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't. Yeah. And snow was pretty bad. There was a pretty bad snowstorm, yeah. I'm okay though. I managed to stay warm. Yes, the studio where this is recorded is quite warm and cozy, so I didn't have to worry about the snowstorm at all. Thank you for asking, Jay. Yes. It's always important to stay warm in cold weather, right? Mr. Manager, you seem a bit scared. What's that? Why's that? It's all strange. Like you said, there's nothing to be scared about. Now, just relax as the recording begins to come to a close. If you're interested in procuring more copies of Koalo, Amai's ASMR sleep aids, consider going to youtube.com. You might be able to find some tapes over there, or perhaps Twitch TV, Sweet Koala. I assure you that more tapes are on the way. And remember, once you start listening to them, it's recommended that you continue to listen to them regularly. Adverse side effects. Adverse side effects may occur otherwise. It's imperative that you use this product properly for its intended purpose. Hello to Electric Bungalow. No. Now, this is the first tape of the series, so it's a little experimental. I think going forward, a lot of the recordings will be a bit more structured and have a bit more of a theme to them. And of course, with every recording, the same rules apply. Make sure you listen to each recording from start to finish. Make sure you don't stop listening after you start. in mind. You can kiss those restless thoughts and insomnia goodbye. Though I can't promise anything good will happen to you should you fail to do any of those. And don't even think about suing. Fat Rabbit Inc. is not liable for any damages that result from blatant misuse of our products. So keep that in mind. Its intended use is for relaxation and sleep. But just like any sleep aid, it has instructions. Failure to follow those instructions could end in you getting hurt. And who's to blame if that happens? After all, I took extra care to explain to you how to use the tape properly. Not only will I be very sad if I found out that you ignored them. It hurts to be ignored, you know. It also results in very unsavory things happening. Things that I cannot directly tell you at the moment. But just know it's bad things. Besides, spending time with Koala is very fun, isn't it? So, I wouldn't. So why would you want to cut our time short like that? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, exactly. What do I get out of it aside from hanging out? Oh, a good deed is its own reward, is it not? And I have no ulterior motives. No. No, I don't want to do anything bad. Certainly don't want to steal anyone's soul or anything like that. That'd be odd. Really, I'm just quite lonely, and it's fun to spend time with people as well. Not think twice about it. Of course. Good. And since this is pre-recorded and there's no way I can directly respond to what you're saying, if it feels that way, then that just means that you are destined to pick up this VHS tape, and you are destined to hear the words on it. Isn't that wonderful? argue with fate. I exactly. Okay, okay. I think I would like to stream more, but I gotta go for my parents turn the water off. So I'll be back tomorrow. It'll just be a regular ASMR stream tomorrow, so it'll probably be yeah. Yeah, they turn the water off at certain times because the water heater is broken. It's a whole thing. So yeah, I need to take a shower before they turn it off. Yeah. Yes, you too. Have a great weekend. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun. This is like a bit of an experiment, but I want to do more streams like this. Yeah, I had a lot of fun. It was an experiment, but I want to do more streams like this. I have a lot of ideas, and I wanna do them, and I hope you guys like them. Yeah. Yes. Good night, everyone.